We'll start the video off with a cold start, and today we need to do a little winter prep. I need snow tires, I need to check fluids, new windshield wipers, I have a new dash cam to fit, a new steering wheel, and probably something else. I'm a bit late to the party, but snow is here. I'm still running the summer tires and going from the ugly wheels to the a little bit less ugly. In the 2 years I didn't use them, all the tires dropped 0.5 bars of pressure. What's that about? I'm currently running this cool GTI steering wheel, but I want to try something a little bit smaller. It's an Audi horn button, but does it really matter? This car is basically an Audi A329S B2. It's the same car, so Audi Sport. A lot of people leave the steering wheel like this, with the screws exposed, but I like this trim piece, so I'm gonna put it back. It feels like a sports car now. 1.6 naturally aspirated diesel, basically a race car. New dashcam needs good visibility, so I gotta change these old wipers. I have a pretty bad oil leak. I can't really see where it's coming from. Head gasket region or maybe crankshaft seal. A few days ago I poured in the oil this snake oil in a can. It's supposed to soften the seals and no more leaks, apparently. It might be just placebo, but I think the drips are getting smaller. I need to change my oil anyways, let this work for a few more days, and then we'll change the oil. If that's the crankshaft seal that's leaking, I think there's a pretty good chance that it will work. I've been doing YouTube for a while now, and when you reach a certain number of subscribers, or more likely when a recent video goes viral, brands start to reach out to you and they offer to send you some stuff. So this portion of the video is sponsored by VIOFO. This is going to be my first ever dashcam. Since I didn't know anything about them, I started watching some reviews and comparison videos and was pleasantly surprised that the VIOFO dashcams were basically the best ones. If you've seen that Project Farms video, you know what I'm talking about. Usually you're supposed to power the dashcams with the cigarette lighter plug. But since recent modifications, I don't actually have a cigarette lighter. So I asked for them to send me a hardwire kit. So I will be using that. Switched power, constant power, and the ground. This goes into a car battery protector. When you park the car for a long time and it draws energy from the car 12-volt battery. But if the voltage gets too low, this will cut off the power. You won't be left with a dead car battery when you come back. So the exact dashcam model is VIOFO A329S, 3 channels. No, basically means 3 cameras.
Memory card format successful. Recording. 1 channel started.
Pretty cool. Main camera is a 4K resolution camera.
Recording. 2 channels started.
Rear one is a 2K camera.
Recording. 3 channels started.
And the interior camera is a 2K infrared wide angle. So here we have the main dashcam with its screen. All the wires neatly tucked behind the headliner. Here we have the interior camera, rear camera, right there. Turn off Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi disabled.
Step on it, rookie. We've got a case to crack. Turn right, and then turn right.
The interior camera detected not enough light, so it turned on the infrared. Currently the snow has melted, but it will be back again soon. Now that I have a dashcam, I know I will be able to capture all those moments when people mess up driving in snow. All my daily driving is in the dark. Early mornings and in the evenings it's even darker. So the image quality is very important, so you can see the number plates and so on. All 3 cameras are equipped with Sony Starvis 2 image sensors, and I have a HDR function enabled, which helps balance extremely bright and dark areas, prevent overexposure, especially at night, allowing you to capture clear and detailed footage.
Turn right. Police reported ahead. 400 meters. Turn right.
Okay, let's talk about parking monitoring options. Currently my favorite is the time-lapse 1 frame per second, but I'm also experimenting with the hybrid parking recording feature, which I set up with the same time-lapse and impact detection, so when it detects impact it starts recording and after a while returns to the time-lapse. There are still so many settings to explore, but that's it for me. If you wanna check out this dashcam, check the description for the links, and thank you VIOFO.